Hello. The book I would like to share with you today is called The Dark is Rising by Susan Cooper. It's the first book in the Dark is Rising sequence, which is a series of 5 books. And this book is a teen fantasy book, and so it would be appropriate for probably, I would say, ages 11 and up. I think I was 11 when I read it. And there's nothing in it that's really too difficult or too intense for an 11-year-old. This book is about a boy who lives in Wales, and he is turning 12, and he finds out that he has this magical destiny. And so the story starts in the real world, helping readers to identify with the boy whose name is Will. And he's from a very big family, and they're very normal, and we see a lot of their normal daily lives. And then on his birthday, he gets sort of transported to a different time, and it's the same place, but it's also not to him. It's very foreign, and he starts this journey where he discovers that he has these sort of magical capabilities. It's never really called magic, but there's definitely an air of ancient Welsh tradition of the magic and the mystery that the ancient Welsh culture held. And this story also hints at ties to the King Arthur legends. And it's a very good story for those who are starting to transition into adulthood, who are trying to figure out where they fit in the world, because Will feels like he doesn't really fit anywhere that he is, and now he's got this other world that he has to worry about where he's not sure that he'll fit there either. So the story, I think, is very well written. It uses a lot of very good vocabulary, but doesn't go over the head of even the youngest readers who would read it. And it's very good at suspending disbelief, because you get very caught up in the action, and the actions of all of the characters are very well thought out. There are adult characters, teen characters, there are even some ancient characters, and you could believe all of their actions. You could believe all of the events that happen. There's some good things that happen and some bad things that happen, and it's very easy to follow and see this as being a real story. It's a very good book as far as the plot and the detailing go. It's detailed enough that you can draw a picture in your head of what you're reading, but it's not so detailed that that's all that you're reading is what things look like and smell like and sound like. The book is also very good at creating this air of mystery, this air of sort of a different kind of magic than, say, Harry Potter. Harry Potter world is mostly a very happy, buzzing world, and the mystery and the magic in this feels more old, more deep, and kind of gets into your bones. I personally really love this book. I have reread this book and this series many, many times, and I look forward to reading them to my kids when they're old enough to understand the story. The themes of the book really center around family and finding yourself and being willing to take control of your own destiny. Even though Will has this destiny and this fate which have been placed in front of him, he always has the choice to accept it or to reject it. And I think that this can really help, especially preteens and young teens, to understand that they have a grasp on their world, that they can make decisions that will influence their life, and that they really are in control of themselves. There are also themes of sacrifice in this book, and I think that can help teenagers to see and to understand that sacrifice is an honorable and a good thing, and it doesn't make you weak, and that it really can make the difference to others if you are willing to sacrifice. I personally would recommend this book to anyone who is, again, struggling with feeling like they don't fit in, or anyone who is struggling with feelings of not being special, because Will is not particularly a special boy. There's nothing really intriguing or interesting about him, and he has to choose to change himself. He has to study and learn the magic which he is being introduced to. And it's not easy. It's very difficult. It's not a natural talent. And even though he has this capability, he still has to work at it. And I think that's definitely something that teenagers can understand and identify with, so that they're learning that they have all these skills and all of these potential abilities, and they have to figure out what they're going to choose to strengthen. So I very much recommend this book, and I hope that you can pick up a copy and enjoy it yourselves.